I love the premise of Supermarket Superstar because on the show we get to see these contestants developing their own foods to pitch to industry experts. And I look at some of what these people have come up with. Pretty unconventional recipes. Now, I want to run down a couple of my favorites. You have the cricket protein bar. You got the beer and bacon jam, which half sounds tasty. And then, of course, you have to taste them all. So I got to know what the craziest thing is that you've had to try so far.
Well, definitely the crickets. I can say that I didn't ever thought that I would eat crickets, but I actually enjoyed them, surprisingly enough. And that was one of the most interesting ingredients, but also I really loved the story because he was trying to do something sustainable for the planet, and he was using the crickets as his source of protein in his dish.
Yeah, you've always heard a lot of protein in insects and bugs and things like that. Was it crunchy?
It was crunchy.
Yummy.
Yes, when I ate them by itself, crunchy, but when it was in his product, you wouldn't ever know that that was crickets in there.
So I got to know, because you've always been somewhat of a foodie, if you were a contestant on your own show and let's say you had to pitch a product, what would your signature food and your pitch be?
Well, it would definitely be something healthy. And, you know, I've been experimenting a lot in the kitchen with I have quite a sweet tooth, but I don't really eat desserts because I don't really eat dairy, and I've been experimenting with making desserts that are sugar-free, dairy-free, gluten-free. So I would want to bring something like that to the table and see what I could do with it.
Listen, celebrities obviously under such intense scrutiny for their weight, especially new moms, which is something I've always thought is completely insane about being a part of Hollywood. I got to know, though, because you're sort of in the machine there, are you with me on that, or do you just kind of have to accept that it's part of the deal, scrutiny for your weight when you're in the public eye?
Well, you know, I think that it really stems down to, as a society, we really need to stop being so judgmental on other people. And if people would just focus the energy on, you know, being more, you know, working on themselves and focusing on themselves instead of worrying about what other people look like and what other people are doing. And, you know, until you walk in someone's shoes, you really don't know. So, I mean, I really don't have much more to say about it than that.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree with you more about that, because of course, hand in hand with that, there's the scrutiny of your private life when you're in Hollywood. There obviously has been this enormous interest in your breakup with George Clooney. That is probably going to continue for some time. Why do you think there is such an endless fascination? Because it's not going to stop, Stacy, you know that.
No, I would love to know. So if someone can tell me that, that would be amazing.
Given the amount of attention that you got for your relationship when you and George were together, were you in any way prepared for this storm of interest, both when you were together and when things ended?
You know, I think that that's something easy to say when you're an outsider looking in, but when you're actually in it, it's just real life. So I don't really live my life like that. I just kind of wake up, I live in the present moment, and I see where life takes me.
No, that's great insight, because I think a lot of people think that, oh, you all have conversations about this and you talk about how it's going to be perceived. And I have to say, I do think over the past month, you've really handled it all with. You've said that you and George remain friends. There was no great drama, which was so great to hear. So have you guys at all talked about the wild reaction to your split and the questions you've had to face about it?
It's just all, you know, it's all silly. There's so many rumors and so much of all that out there. It's you have to just laugh at it, really.
Well, it's good. It seems like you have it in place. And Stacy, congratulations again on your new
Thank you.
show and your healthy attitude. By the way, I'm going to sip from my water now.
Thank you.
Because I promised you I would.
Okay. Yes,
I slurped a little so you
boy.
could hear me. Congratulations again. Nice seeing you.
Great. Thank you.